So I got tagged by Lori F&M Lifestyle. That stands for Lori Fluffy No Mo Lifestyle. Anyway, I got tagged by her in this video. It's a question of how often do you? And I don't really know anybody to tag really, because I would have tagged Lori or Nona Grace. I don't know, like, I follow lots of people, but I don't know if they want to be tagged or not. So I'm just going to leave it as an open tag. If you have a channel and you follow me, feel free to answer the questions. I'll put the questions in the description of this video. And you just feel free to answer it, but at me so I know that you've done it. Because like I have so many people that follow me. I don't even know who all has a channel, because whenever I answer my comments and stuff, it's on the YouTube Studio app. So I don't know. I bet some of you all have channels and I don't even know it. And I would love to know it, and I would love to follow you. So if you have a channel, or if yeah, tag me and let me know, or tell me in the comments. Even if you don't want to answer the questions, just tell me in the comments so you have a channel so I can follow you back. All right, let's get on to the questions. All right, number 1. How often do you wash your sheets? I wash my sheets, I would say about every 2 to 3 weeks. You know, when you got 4 dogs that are up and down on your bed all the time, that's how often. Because my sheets, it's actually a fitted sheet and then a top blanket. And I don't have a top sheet, and I don't have a comforter. So I just wash those about every 2 to 3 weeks. Let's see, what's next? Y'all gonna find out just how not cleaning I am. How often do you mop your floors? Well, let's see. My sister's coming down twice a year. And sometimes I don't even mop them then. But listen, I have 4 little tongues that if anything gets spilled in the floor, they clean it up. So I'm going to go with twice. Let's just go twice a year, sometimes less. Number 3, how often do you vacuum your carpets or rugs? I don't have carpets or rugs in my house because of having so many dogs and animals. I used to have cats. So I will say, how often does my floor get vacuumed? My floor in my house gets vacuumed 5 to 6 days a week. I have a Roomba. And it's not perfect. It misses those tight corners because it's round, and it'll miss those tight corners. But I have a Roomba, so I'll say 5 to 6 days a week. How often do you wash your animals' water bowls? Well, once a week, I'll take it to the kitchen and put some soap in it and just kind of run my hands through it. But as far as washing in the dishwasher, I'd say about twice a month. Let's see, how often do you clean your toilet? You know, whenever you sit down in the toilet and you look down and you see that black rim down in there, well, I have one of those Clorox wand things that you stick on there, and it's disposable. Yeah, every time I see a ring in there, that's how often I clean my toilet. How often do you clean your tub or shower? Well, family comes twice a year. And no, I'm just kidding. In the bathroom, I'd say I probably clean it probably every other month. Because what I'll do is I'll take some the Dawn Power Wash. You know, the one I used for my grapes and tomatoes until y'all fussed at me. I'll spray that wall and the floor. Because mine's a stand-up tub. And so I'll spray power wash in there and just kind of let it sit after my shower. And then I'll hose it down. So as far as scrubbing it, that's a different story. But as far as cleaning my shower and tub, I probably do that once or twice a month. I'll go with that. Clean my refrigerator. If I see something spilled in there, I clean it. Other than that, things are always on a constant rotation to come in and out. So I don't really take everything out and clean it out, because that's just not. If I make a mess, I clean it up immediately. Vacuum out my vehicle. Well, I got Tawanda in March of last year, and we've driven to Jefferson City in her twice, I think. I've driven 3 times, so I'm gonna say 3 times. So I'd say about every 3 months because I will be driving it to every time we go to Jeff City anyway. So I will say 4 times a year. So every 3 months is about how often I'll vacuum it out. How often do I wash my vehicle? Well, since I'm driving somebody else to Jeff City when we go, and me, I don't want her to be embarrassed. So I'd say about every 3 months, right before we leave to go on our trip to Jefferson City. I vacuum it and then I wash it at the same day. About dusting your house. Well, so listen, let me explain something to y'all. There's this thing called immersion therapy. And I had an allergy test and come to find out I'm allergic to dust mites. So I got the shots for a year or two. And then I decided I couldn't tell a lick of a difference. So I decided I'm going to do immersion therapy. So that means if I don't dust, then there's little dust mites around my house. And that is immersing myself in the allergen so that I can build up immunity. I believe in good old immunity and building up your own antibodies to whatever you're allergic to. Anyway, so how often do I dust my house? Well, again, family comes twice a year. I have to put up decorations at Christmas. So I'll say twice a year I dust. Or sometimes if I look over at my because everything's white in this house, like all the things. And so sometimes when I look over at my TV console, if it's black. So if I see that there looks like it snowed on it, I'll do that. So 2-3 times a year is how often I dust. That's the honest truth. I'm going to be honest with it. Do laundry. I do laundry every other week. And so sometimes more often, but typically it's every other week is how often I do laundry. How often do I brush my teeth? Well, I floss my teeth after every stinking meal because I love these jobbers. I just love them to pieces. So I do that. I do this 3 times a day. As far as putting toothpaste on and scrubbing, once a day. Sometimes every other day on a weekend. Wash my hair. I wash my hair Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So 3 days a week. How often do I shave my legs? Y'all, I've been no shave November since 2019. I ain't gonna show you. No way, I take that back. I shaved once for something. I shaved one time since no shave November of 2019. Hey, I'm single. What's the matter? How often do I wash my windows? Well, the windows in my living room, I look over, and when I start seeing a lot of nose prints and slobber from the dogs going to town at the poor mailman, when I see that, hang on, I got fur on my face. When I start seeing nose prints, I spray it down with Windex and let it kind of absorb, and then I wipe it down. So just depends on how thick the nose prints are. And last one is, how often do I get my hair cut? Well, last time I got it cut, it was shorter than I anticipated, and that was, I think, May or June. So I've trimmed my own layers up here a little bit. I told her I want to cut this back off so it's more of a straight around, but I want to wait till these sides get just a hair longer. So I'll say 2-3 times a year. That's about how often I do it. So there you go. So that are the questions. I will have the questions down in the description. So if you all want to answer them, then you can go to the description of this video and see the questions. So, okay. That's maybe a little bit more. Maybe some of y'all may think this is worse than me talking about poop.